I just released my first major online offering, and now I am faced with the dread and the seeming doom of having to sell it and steward it in the direction of the people who will want it and need it. And I am literally only 2 weeks in to selling and marketing, and I already feel moments of wanting to give up. I spent 8 months creating this digital guidebook for women to have all of the resources they need to sync up with the natural rhythms of their cycle and to develop daily practices that support their intuition and healthier mind, body, spirit connection, and an online community for them to circle up with like-minded sisters and share their stories and be heard and seen on all of the seasons of their life. It means so much to me. This is exactly the kind of resource I wish I would have had years ago when I started my own cycle healing journey. And that is the primary thing that keeps me going at this point, and what will probably keep me going for the rest of forever is remembering how I wish I would have had this. I spent so much time feeling lost and confused and unsure of where to start with syncing my cycle and the resources to find, and I was really trying to find myself this natural rhythm and find practices that felt supportive for me and the things that I wanted to personally achieve, which were very spiritually connected and very, artistically connected. I wanted practices that would help me be an artist and help me step more fully into my most intuitive and creative self. And I became my own guide, which I'm so grateful for, and also I really wish that I would have had a launching pad. I wish I would have had a resource or a tool that could have helped me start in a more clear way. And what I've been thinking about is how if I, years ago, would have found out that someone had created something like this and that they gave up on trying to get it out to the world because they felt like no one was listening, I would have felt so sad, and I would have wanted to just shake them and be like, no, I'm here, I want it. This is something that I would use. And I just know that there have to be women out there who really need this resource and who want to use this resource. And I just have to trust that this will find them. But more than the trust, I have to do something to make sure it finds them. And this has also had me really thinking about manifestation culture and how, for a long time, part of me really believed that the only thing I had to do was shift the way I was thinking and change my energetic signature and put it out to the world. It's like, I do think that plays a role in manifestation, but also we have to take tangible action towards the things that we want. We can't say, oh, I want to create this meaningful offering that's going to help all of these people, and then sit on our couch and not make it. Same thing goes for saying, I want this to reach a bunch of people, and I'm calling in the powers of the universe so that it finds the people that it needs to find. Well, the universe isn't going to be getting on social media and marketing it for me. The universe isn't working with this 3D realm, right? The gift, I think, of our humanness is that we get to work with the tangible realm, no matter how challenging it can be at times and how destructive it can feel and distracting it can feel. It's also one of the tools that we have as humans. just as much as we can call on the powers of the universe, which are equally within us, we also have the gift of working with the tangible 3D realm and making things with our hands and exchanging things with others with our hands and with our minds and our hearts and our spirit and our soul. And it can feel like a big mountain to climb, and I'm feeling that right now. I feel like I've only taken the first few steps up this big mountain that is stewarding this offering in the direction of those who it's meant to serve. It's a big, tall mountain to climb, but I trust it. And I trust myself. If there's anything I have learned through this process, if there's anything that I have learned through the last 8 years of my life, it is that I will always show up for myself. I will always figure things out one way or another. With the help of others, of course, with the help of my spirit team, with the universe, it's a both and. But I really feel anchored in my abilities. And I think for the first time in my life, I feel really confident in saying that. And that doesn't dissolve these moments of feeling like I want to give up. It doesn't dissolve entirely these feelings of questioning myself or questioning my path. Those things still come up. They still exist. They're rooted in these very valid parts of me that have had experiences that, maybe were evidence of otherwise. And I don't think it's a matter of trying to get every single part of me to see things the same way. I think it's just being that internal steward of listening to those parts that feel weary, that feel anxious, that feel worried, that feel like all of this is futile. Really lending a listening ear to those parts. Validating where their fears come from. And still keeping my inner compass dialed towards the broader horizon, which is a shared horizon. It is a collective horizon. It is not just a me horizon that I see. That's not what I'm pulled towards. It is a horizon it is so much bigger than just me. It encompasses a massive collective of humans. And it starts with these beginning stages of feeling like, who is out there? Is anyone listening? I have this beautiful offering. Does anyone want it? No, not right now. Okay, I'll try again tomorrow. It's like, oh man, I can already feel how much this is gonna help me grow, how much I'm gonna learn. And I think that the beautiful part of this process is just like showing up and doing it and trying out different kinds of content. Like today, I'm just excited to whip out my camera and my mics and just get on and talk and share my experience, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just trying my hand. I'm gathering information. I'm experimenting with what will work to get this offering out to the world, because it means so much to me. And no matter how many of my parts want to give up, I'm not going to give up. So maybe someone else needed to just hear this. Maybe that's part of why I felt called to do this experiment today of filming and just talking. I don't know exactly where this is going to go or how it's going to pan out, but I think that is part of the magic. So if you're with me on this ride, welcome. Buckle up. We're going to have a lot of fun. Trust in what you're creating and trust in your ability to keep showing up for it. There's going to be days. There are going to be lots of days where none of it makes sense and it feels like it's going nowhere and no one's listening, and just know that that's a sharpening of the sword as well. Keep going.